named Duff.
I know, I saw that. So no funny jokes. All right, we're on. A lot of red, boss. Yeah. All right, I wrestled up a few worms to check the stream. How many live do we got? Eight. All right. Hey, Clanker.
I can't stay on the bench.
You can be my color man.
That's what I said. That's
Step into my office. Come on. I can't even get you to shut up. I don't think you want me to beat you up on the air.
Yeah.
That's right. She said you can hear it good? You can hear it good? I feel like no one can hear. Oh, they can hear? All right. All right, T-Bird fans, you're looking live inside of Planet Ice here in Maple Ridge, British Columbia at the Cam Neely Arena, part of a two-rink complex where there's a rare, or what used to be rare, Wednesday night Pakaha matchup between the Seattle Thunderbirds, who are undefeated in the month of November, 9-0-1 in their last 10 games against the Ridge Meadows Wrestlers, who've won 3 of their last 4 after getting off to a bit of a slow start in Pakaha this year. They have now won, like I said, 3 of their last 4 and have been playing quite well by all accounts. Starting in net for the T-Birds tonight, going to be Andy Vlaha, and starting in net for the Ridge Meadows Wrestlers, the number 35, Evan Paul. T-Birds are ready to go as the Wrestlers get one last set of instructions from their coach. Old school looking jackets on the Rustlers coach. The mountain jacket with the leather sleeves. Reminds me of that jacket I wanted to have when I was back in high school. But the fellas are looking sharp. This place is got a couple, maybe about 100 folks here, and the game's underway. Rustlers control it off the draw. O'Hala bumps his man, and Nash drags it over the red line. He brings it in across the blue. Has a quick snap, hits a leg in front. Warren fires one, it bounces off a Rustler and out to center ice. Schleusner holds that one, controls it, pushes it back up the middle, but it's intercepted. Duff brings it across the blue line, and that's going to be offside. Good amount of jump already. Always worry of going on one of these road trips. The boys have come right out of school, driven up north here, about 2.5 to 3 hours. Traffic not great, raining, dark, everything that the Pacific Northwest is in the winter. We'll see what everybody's got. Good jump though here, the first shift. Puck back to Shaw. He brings it across to Yamamoto, squirts between his legs. Yamamoto up the boards of Weston. He has a look and gives it. Hits Brasky's stick right in front of the net. Brasky shaking his head because if he was able to control that puck, he would have had himself a dandy little scoring opportunity. Instead, it bounces off and goes right to Vlaha for an offensive zone faceoff. Morozov will take the draw for the Rustlers with McGarriger in there. McGarriger battles with Shaw. Gets the Rustlers down low. They bring it in behind the net. Off-angled shot. Squirts out of Vlaha's glove. Shaw can't pick it up. And the Rustlers bang one in quick. 53 seconds into the game. And the Rustlers take the lead. 1-0. Steputat grabbed that rebound off of Vlaha. Vlaha hit it in his glove, it fell out, and it was Johnny on the spot and banged it right in the back of the net. The T-Birds are quickly down one after a couple of sloppy plays in their own zone. Out comes George Moran to take the draw. He gets it back. Schleusner pumps it up the boards. Alonso gives chase into the offensive zone. That puck goes up the middle. Anderson's been called for a high sticking minor. A lot of people looking left and right trying to figure out exactly when that happened. T-Bird short one D-man tonight. Cohen Mueller out of the lineup. Back in Saskatchewan with his family. And our condolences out to the Mueller family on the loss of Cohen's grandmother. Moran takes the draw. A scramble draw, but the Rustlers work it through the referee's legs and get it back to the point. Nyman controls it there. He gets it across to Olsen. Olsen tries to go across ice, but no luck there. Good active sticks there by Schleusner. Childers out there. Those signature pink laces are on back on the ice. Boys work it across the top. Olsen tries to go short side, but missed the net by about 4 feet. Puck up the top, drop down in beside the net. Blocked by Schleusner. Having no part of that, and the T-Birds are happy to let them just work the puck around the outside. Olsen gets this one. Big sauce pass came from the left point there. Couldn't get that. Childers chips it up, but not out. There's another blocked shot. Moran blocked that one. There's a wrister in from Olsen up at the top of the circle. That catching glove's working well for Andy Vlaha already. He's got it honed back in, and there's no rebound to be had. T-Birds change the penalty killers. O'Hala with Laux, Shaw, and Yamamoto. Scramble draw, but punched back to Stevenson on the Rustler line. He curls around and has a look. Gets it over to Tim Piero. Crosses it to the far side. That goes off Yamamoto's stick high into the air. And O'Hala bumps his guy. Shaw picks up the loose change and fires it down the ice. 43 seconds to go in the Nick's Auto Care penalty kill. Laux bumps his man, and O'Hala's standing right there to pick it up and fire it right back down the ice. Rustlers pull it in behind their net. Their D-man will stop as they circle around. Winger picks it up. He passes it back. Now he goes a long way. Shaw sniffed that out and welcomes the puck all the way back into the Rustler zone. That was a good anticipation there by Tyson. Now the puck is up and over the glass off the backhand. Rustlers made some good passes in down low. They'll change up their forward line. 11 seconds to go to the high sticking minor to Anderson. Sean Yamamoto stick around. Mike Geddes, the attack dog, is out there now with Danny McGarriger. Draw his shot back into the corner and then poked away again by McGarriger. He's in there working hard. Geddes comes in to give him a hand. But the Rustlers come out and fire it in. Brasky fires it in behind the net and he chips it back. All the T-Birds were chasing Brasky and the puck laid out in the opposite corner. McGarriger pokes away at it down in the corner. Oh, and that one goes up and over top of Andy Vlaha, who looks up in the air. That's not going to be a power play goal, but awfully close. Step you taught. Picked the puck up in the corner when everybody chased the puck carrier, and he reversed field, came out in front of the net, a couple good quick stick handles, and then popped it over top of Vlaha's shoulder for a 2-0 Rustlers lead. Here we're only 3.5 minutes into the game, and the T-Birds have dug themselves a little hole here right off the bat. Moran, Childers, and Alonso are going to look to get cut this lead in half. Schlusner and Warren back on the point. Puck bounces out to Warren. Warren grabs it and fires it down. It's in behind the net where Alonso goes in and he bumps his man, pokes away at that puck. In comes Moran to help him out. He can't quite grab it. Schlusner gets one that leaks out to the point. He fires it in on the net. Alonso bumps his guy. Warren keeps it in not once but twice. And now it's finally chipped out. He's got a stick on him. Childers backs him up. Puck goes in behind the net. Good chase here by Ridge Meadows. Schlusner tries to pop that by Stevenson, but he can't get it out there. Childers goes for a change, and out comes Nash. Puck back in behind. A puck moving quick off the Rustlers. They are not messing around when they get the puck. They move the puck quick and they dump the puck in hard. Vlaha hasn't got any chance to get out of the net and stop those hard dump ins that are, 6-8 inches off the ice. Moran battles away in the corner there. Schlusner waits and he pokes it away from his check. Except it's picked up, dumped right back in, and now Schlusner gathers it up behind the net, pushes it up to Laux, and Laux has it bounce off his foot, and he'll chase Folds back into the corner. Folds goes between his legs and up the side, but it goes right to Ohala. Back to Nash. Nash gets it over to Warren. Warren slides one in. It's off the backboards. Oh, and Laux just missed an opportunity there with the open net. Looked like he tried to maybe go across over to Ohala. Nash has got it again. Now it's back to Schlusner. Warren calls for it. And the referee calls a double slashing minors on the boys out in front of the net. Ohala will go with Folds. Both of them will be in 2-minute slashing minors. Referee was quick to pick up on that. So we'll still continue on with 5-on-5 hockey. The T-Birds still yet to register a shot up against 4 shots for the Rustlers. Shaw keeps that one in, goes right to Alonso. He fires in front of the net, but nobody's there. Now come the Rustlers. Duff will bring it in off the right-hand side. He puts it in off a stick, and it's in the corner. Anderson comes around, gathers it up. He turns it back and reverses it, except the Rustlers are going to beat the T-Birds to the puck again. Rustlers control it on the side, try to get it all the way across. They do. There's this limp wrister in at the net. There's a shot off the side of the net. Anderson picks it up, bumps his man, loses control, and then ultimately falls down. As the Rustlers continue to control the puck, Laux picks off that pass that was going there, but he's got a tough task at 1-on-4, and we'll change lines. Out fly, and here comes Mike Geddes, Weston, and Danny McGarriger. Puck sits in behind the net as the T-Birds settle into that 1-2-2. McGarrigle picks one off and he takes it into the corner, makes a move on his man, pushes it out front, but it's just away from Geddes. Yamamoto tracks the puck back into his own zone. He's looking for Warham. That's going to be a tough play to make right there. Warham kicks it around a bit. He pushes it some more, takes a bump. He kicks it out to the point, but not out. There, it's blocked by Yamamoto and shoveled over to Weston. Weston tries to get it out, but he can't. Goes right back down into the zone. There's the old housey going by the wrestler. Now, having no part of that was Yamamoto, not going between his legs on that. Now it's pushed again and again. Warham leads the attack out of the zone after pushing it out with his hand. He doesn't go in behind the net, kind of bumps the goalie. The goalie gives him a shove, and the wrestlers turn around and they'll bring it back the other way. Steputat grabs it, he fires one into the corner where Geddes is going to chase after that one. Goes back down in the corner. Geddes battles him along the boards, and there's McGarrigle. He's working hard on that. He's got Weston, but there's a 2-on-2. Try to get a shot off, get that first T-Bird shot, but it hit the D-man and went up and over the glass. If it sounds a little faster than we've had the last couple of weeks, that's because it is. These referees are keeping it going. Boys are changing the lines. A lot of good activity here. The T-Birds are picking up the pace with every shift. Puck in behind the net. Alonso works it back there. Pops out to Anderson. He'll have a rip at it. There's off of one of the wrestlers. Then it bounced up. Moran knocked it down. It laid in the goal crease for a bit, and Alonso tapped it home to cut the lead in half. Gives the T-Birds their first 2 shots. Now Alonso leads the parade back to the bench. He popped that one that was laying there for him right after Moran was able to knock it down. It hit the goalie, went straight up in the air. Now there's going to be a discussion. The referee's calling down the linesman just to make sure between the 3 guys that that wasn't a high stick by Moran. His initial call was he pointed at the net and called it a goal. The wrestlers want to get in there to have they get their side of the story heard as they listen in maybe from about 15 feet away. And out comes the Jeopardy music. Oh, good sense of humor up here by the wrestlers' home crowd. The referees have finished their discussion, and now he's headed over to talk to Coach Butters. This could be an interesting one. Referee now. Butts leans in to get the call. He doesn't look disappointed. We try to figure out what the actual call is here. He hasn't waved it off. Now he's reporting the goal, I believe. He'll get the puck and it goes to center, so that's going to be a good T-Bird goal for Andrew Alonso from Anderson, and George Moran made a real nice play in front of the net to knock that puck down, and ultimately was seen as a legal stick there. Duff brings it in off the right side. Schlusner follows him along and pokes it up to Alonso. Alonso chips it up the boards, but not out. Moran pulls it out. He has a good strong stick there. The wrestler player, Tomford, was trying to lift his stick, but George was having no part of that. Puck squirts around to Anderson. He slides one at the net, hits a shin pad. Got 3 T-Birds deep, and the wrestlers break out 4-on-2. Anderson bumps his man, but that one there is going to go for icing. The T-Birds are going to have to be careful here on picking up the man through the neutral zone. If that puck's not there, Canadian referees have been known to call that interference call, usually at the most inopportune time. They'll let 5 or 6 of them go, and then magically one will catch their eye, and the T-Birds will be on the penalty kill. Draw one there by Ohala. Back to Yamamoto. Bounces around out there. Shaw does a great job of hustling back. Dives, but bounces into the boards now. Morozov, he takes that at the net, and a good save there by Vlaha. Puck into the corner. Rustlers control it there where it gets twisted around, and Ohala breaks it out with Nash. He's got Laux on the far side if he can get it over to him, but he couldn't. Nash tried to bunt one over there, but that wasn't working. Now Warham grabs it and fires it in at the goalie right on the Gold Glove. He's got to go far side pad with that shot. Can't with too many dump-ins right now going right into the goalie's mitt. All it does is create that face-off. Not bad if you've been out there for 45 seconds, but when you just step on the ice, that's not the play you want to make. All right, Ohala steps in to take the draw. He battles around there. Laux wins the draw, shoots it off the referee's feet. Or linesman's feet, correction. Now he gets it back to Schleusner. Schleusner has a look. Laux spins him around. The Rustlers are going to get a penalty. Ohala was cross-checked from behind in front of the net. And the T-Birds are going to go on the Servpro Tacoma power play. St. Peter, and that is his last name, St. Peter from the Rustlers. A little disappointed in himself there, maybe. Throws his glove inside of the penalty box. He'll sit 2 minutes or less for cross-checking. 11:15 to go, shots now even at 5. And there's another strong draw by Ohala. He had to really work hard there, get that draw, but the puck comes back and is flipped up over top of the defense. Rustlers give chase. Oh geez. Andy Vlaha tried to handle that one, trying to get it to Warham. It skipped underneath his stick. That was no good there. Laux brings it in the zone. He waits for it. It's back to Warham. Warham shoots it off the side of the net, goes up off the glass. Ohala brings it in the corner as the T-Birds settle in. Schleusner's got it. He has a look over to Ohala. They've got it. Oh, he couldn't quite get it around that Rustler defender. The Rustlers, all 4 Rustlers change. It was a good solid stick there by the Rustler defender to poke that thing away from Ohala. Schleusner chips it up to Ohala, but he can't quite control it, and he comes right back to center ice. Cross to Warham. Warham's got it. He fires it around behind the net. Not quite enough mustard on that, and the Rustler goalie picks it up and fires it up the boards. Warham fires it at the net. Ohala tipped it, but it just went wide. Schleusner brings it at the top as they set up. Ohala's got it. He gets a commitment from his Rustler teammate. Oh, and that just missed the net. That was a great pass to Laux. Warham sets up for the one-timer. Little goes off a stick and up high over the net. Can't quite keep it. Oh, Laux keeps that puck in. Warham's got it for another one-timer. Gets it over to Laux. Laux just misses the net on the right-hand side. Warham keeps that one into McGarriger. McGarriger corrals it. Passes it back. He gets it over to Nash. Warham's got it there. Over to Nash. Nash fires it. Oh, they had a spot up top, and he just missed that. Schleusner holds it. Gets it off the boards. Over to Nash. Nash has got it to Schleus. The Schleus fires a wrister in there. That's no traffic in front of the net. The Rustler goalie picks it up. And we'll have a face-off in the offensive zone. 10 seconds to go in the penalty to St. Peter. St. Peter is in there for the cross-check on Ohala. T-Birds all change and McGarriger takes the draw. Geddes goes around and pesters him in behind the net. And out come the Rustlers here. They cut to the net, goes around Anderson, and he flips it up and over top of Vlaha's right-hand shoulder, and Blaha fires the puck out of the net, disgusted with that. The Rustler player, Shabbat, made a real nice move around Anderson, and then from the bottom of the circle in, it was Shabbat and Blaha, and Shabbat won that little battle, going far side, top corner. Makes it 3-1 Rustlers. 9 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the first period. Shabbat picks that puck up. He punches it ahead, but Anderson stops out at the blue line. Alonso trips there. Shabbat turns around Moran and dumps it into the corner. Shaw goes to pick it up over to Anderson. Anderson up the boards to Alonso. Makes a nice little nifty play there. Up to Moran, and Moran hunts that puck down. He gets it across, but it hits a stick. He had Shaw there. That was a good idea. Shaw grabs it again. He gets it. He's pestered, but chips it over to Anderson. Anderson gives it up in the neutral zone. He gets it right back. And that puck there again is tried to go through the neutral zone, but is stopped by Hyman of the Rustlers, then bumped into the referee. Nash goes to work on the puck carrier. You bump him, and Anderson picks it up, gains the red line, and tries to flip it up, but it only goes about 5 feet. Rustlers clear back out. Ohala just missed that one, or he had himself a little one-on-one there. The Rustlers again go back to work in behind the net. Yamamoto has it. He forks it up to Nash. Nash chips it out to the center. Ohala twists and turns but falls. Laux has got it back to Nash. Nash takes it off the skate, puts it in the middle to Ohala, which just went around him. Now it's in behind the net. Nash looks for a buddy. He flips it out in front of the net, but Laux couldn't quite grab that one. Nash fires one wild, way off target up above the net. Laux goes to work, takes a couple of bumps and gives one back just for good measure. His buddy's having a hard time getting up. I'm not sure if he's injured. Definitely got something wrong with him down there as he shuffles to the bench. Puck goes high into the air behind the net. Warren bumps back there and Yamamoto picks it up, lifts a stick, continues to battle away in the corner. As we've got Ohala battling in there too. It's up the boards and chipped out by Laux. Fired right back in by the Rustlers. They make a couple of changes. Moran's got it up the middle. That goes off the stick. And this thing's not going to be called icing. Rustlers gain control of it again. Flipped over top of a jumping Warren. He couldn't quite pick that one off. Schleusner up the middle to Moran. That's a good pass over to Alonso, but it bounced off his stick just a little bit too far. Moran's got it. He works against Brasky, but Brasky punches it into the corner and Schleusner goes back down into the corner. Misses his man there, doesn't get the man or the puck on that one. The Rustlers get it up top. Riddell's got it at the top of the circle here. Rustlers work it around between Stevenson and Riddell at the top of the circle. Schleusner pulls it in behind the net, backhands it up. Childers is going to have to make a nasty play there, 1-on-2. But he still comes out with the puck, and Childers is away. He's got Alonso with him. Alonso holds the line, spreads those legs, and stays on side. Childers puts one in, goes under the pad. The Rustlers goalie looked in behind him. His pad was just up just a little bit, but he didn't quite leak in the rest of the way. Evan Paul in the net for the Rustlers. He checks the scoreboard and the shots. 7-6 shots for the T-Birds. We've got to get back to work here and see if they can get a couple of goals. Rustlers dig it, bring it out of their zone. Shabbat grabs it again. Shabbat twists and turns in there. Comes up the boards. Laux tries to poke it past Stevenson, but no luck. Laux continues to fight for it in there, but goes back deep in the zone. Schleusner tries the reverse hit. That didn't quite work, and he ends up giving up the puck. Picks it up. Anderson's got it. He spins around, gets it over to Nash. It bounced off his stick. Nash pokes it ahead. Ohala and Nash in on a little 2-on-1. Ohala tried to pass it, but the sliding Stevenson was right there to block that attempt. Anderson from the point. That one twisted, hit a stick in front. And Paul had to make another real solid stop back there on a puck that was redirected from the blue line. Moran, Alonso, and Childers up front. Puck is draws lost, not picked up by the T-Birds. Duff battles with Moran in there, and then he gets it out. Yamamoto fires it right back, and Moran gets a puck down inside of the Rustlers zone. Mayer pulls it around behind the net for the Rustlers. He looks around, flips one off the boards. That's picked up by the Rustlers, and out they come. 1-on-1 through. There's a quick, hard shot by Duff. Went just over top of the net. Childers goes between the legs of his D-man, but loses control of it as Duff tries to pick it up one more time. Duff gets bumped. He may be offside there. No, maybe not. Vlaha steers that one into the corner and back in behind the net. Now Moran's got it. He bumps Duff. Now Alonso waits for the puck to spin around the boards. It pops off, and Maynard puts it back into the corner after it bounces off a leg. Moran in behind the net. He spins back around but loses the puck. Shaw finally grabs it, fires it around the glass. It hits a stanchion and pokes right out into the middle of the ice. And the Rustlers control it again. St. Peter got tangled up with Alonso on the boards there. and he's going to get a head contact penalty. These are always a bit of a crapshoot. You never know if they're going to go the 2, the 4, the 2 and the 10, the 4, the 10. That didn't look so bad, so I don't know that it's going to be the 5 and the 10. St. Peter sits down for 2 more minutes, so he'll sit 2 minutes for the Serve Pro Tacoma power play. That one's chipped out high over top of the defenders by the Rustlers, and Schlusner goes back in behind the net and controls it. Up to Warm. Warm grabs it, he gets it to Nash. It bounces off of Nash and in behind the net. Stevenson holds it. Laux can't tie him up, and Nash gets control of it, gets it over to Laux. Laux shields that thing with his body. He's great at doing that. Stevenson lifts his stick, but there's O'Hala in to help his buddy. He picks it out. Stevenson doing a good job in behind the net on the penalty kill here, but O'Hala comes out with it. Worms grabs a bouncing puck, slides it on net, is off the goalie and over the net, hits the glass, and the Rustlers pick it up, fire one about 1.5 feet off the ice, the length of the ice. Rustlers switch up the defenseman. Schlusner comes up to O'Hala, over to Warm. Warm's got that puck. He comes in over the boards, holds it there, and takes a bump, but he gets it to Nash. Nash is in the middle. He takes a quick wrister, and that bounced off a leg and just went wide. Battled for at the side of the net. I think it's underneath Paul's glove. The referee blows it down with 53 seconds left in the Serve Pro Tacoma power play. T-Birds change all 5 on the power play, where we get Childers, McGarriger, and Weston with Anderson, and Moran's going to play the point on this one once again. So Moran's got it up top. He gets it from Anderson. There's a shot blocked in front by McGarriger. He was trying to screen the goalie, but it hit him in the leg. Anderson holds it. He has a look, tries to go cross box. He had McGarriger there. Moran fakes the slapper. Now Anderson fires a little wrister there, but it hit a leg in front, goes all the way back down. McGarriger lost a hunk of his helmet, I think, or had his helmet pop off. And that ends the Serve Pro Tacoma power play. Here comes a 2-on-1. McGarriger with Childers. Childers! Oh, from McGarriger, and Childers shoots and scores! Childers had got himself in position, twisted those hips so that if he did get that puck, he'd have all the power he could on it. And he got it from McGarriger, who made a really nice pass. And he pops it into the back of the net to make it, to cut the lead to 3-2. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. That'll count as a power play goal. There's 18 seconds left in St. Peter's penalty there. St. Peter is back out there, I believe, right off of this one. Laux and Duff have a little congregation and discussion. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see. Laux pokes the puck away from Duff, so that was a non-starter for Trevor. Then puck goes down the ice. Just missed those 2 guys battling on the boards, and it goes for icing. Butters can't quite understand why that was. I thought it might have hit a couple of legs there, but I can't see him not that close to the bench. It was on the near side boards. O'Hala whacks his guy. The puck goes right to the wrestler left winger, and it was smacked away from him by Laux on that side, or may have been Nash. Good little play there, else that was going to be a good scoring chance. Nash blocks that one. O'Hala grabs it. We're going to go away 3-on-2. O'Hala's got a step on the D-man. Now he makes a move and he gets hooked. That's going to be a penalty right there. O'Hala got a step on him, and the D-man had to give him a hook, or else O'Hala was going to have that same kind of far side shot that Shabbat scored on Blaha with earlier in this period. So here we go back to the Serve Pro Tacoma power play, as Riddell will sit in the box for a hook. 1:40 to go here. O'Hala out there with Nash, Laux, Schlusner, and Warham. Linesman has a word with O'Hala. I don't think he's too excited about that whack that he gives him right off the draw. The linesman might have taken one of those in his shin pads. Nash scoops that one out and then drops it in between his legs. O'Hala picks it up. Laux works it there, back to Warham. Warham looks for somebody. Nobody in front there, can't really do that. He has a look now. There's a shot and a deflection by O'Hala. That was a real good save by Paul back there. That puck was redirected as well. Schleusner backs up and lets the Rustlers have it. They fire it down the ice. Minute and 12 to go in the period. Schleusner picks it up, gets it over to Ohala. Oh, he tries to go across ice. Nothing happening there. Morozov stepped in front of that one. Maybe gone to the well one too many times on that play. Morozov doing a nice job in there on the kill. As Warren pulls it out, he holds onto it. Who is that on? Morozov cross-checked Ohala behind the play. I never saw the T-Birds had possession of the puck. That's why I'm a little confused as to why the whistle would blow there. But let's reset here. Face-off's gonna be in the offensive zone. Same power play out there. We got 49 seconds to go in the period, and the T-Birds on a two-man advantage. They're gonna have to come with a little more right here. Warren snaps that one right at the goaltender. Ohala tried to tip it, but no luck there. Warren kept it right on the ice for Ohala. Ohala, I don't know, he looked like he might have been calling for the curveball there instead of the fastball, I don't know. He has a word with Warren about that play. Now Ohala, that was not a great draw there. That's gonna come up the boards. Oh, and Warren just had that go off the end of his stick. Out come the T-Birds, they'll set up again. Schleusner's got that, he twists around, comes back, doesn't like what he sees. Now Nash has got it. He gains a possession, trips on the blue line. A little inauspicious start to this 5-on-3. Warren has that one, he gets his little slap pass across to Ohala. Now it's over to Schleusner. Schleusner's got that one. Warren with the one-timer. That puck was on its side and bounced all over the place, and still no traffic in front of the net. That one there's a quick pass. Schleusner tries the one-timer. Again, these one-timers are lovely, except there's nobody in front of the net. Schleusner wants to talk to Nash a little bit after that one. And that was an entertaining first period of play there. Shots 13-8 for the T-Birds, but the score after one here is 3-2 for the almost said the Red Deer Rustlers there, but these are the Ridge Meadows Rustlers. We'll have 20 seconds left in the 5-on-3, and a minute and 10 remains in the second penalty. Am I getting any? No. Let me check my phone though. As always, we're always looking for a little bit of feedback. Let's see. Well, Austin Matthews had 2 goals and an assist in his return from injury tonight for those beloved Toronto Maple Leafs. How about that guy? He had a goal in the first 10 minutes, and the Leafs are now back to planning that Stanley Cup parade. As we check the text toy, not a whole lot going on here. Alonzo's are watching. Vicky probably fixing that damaged rear bumper that I heard about on my way up here tonight. Was it you? Oh, yeah. I don't know if they caught the perpetrators.
Tail light hanging off.
Does anybody know any police?
I don't know.
No, I don't know any. I don't know anybody at all. Shelley Warren, I think, is trying to watch from BC Ferries, where the Wi-Fi is always a little suspect. She should be coming off that 7 o'clock ferry here any time now. Once she's over there on the island, I'm sure it's sunny, beautiful, and the Wi-Fi and cell signal is aplenty. We got people viewing in tonight. We got the down there the Tacoma crew with Vicky. My brother up in Toronto's watching here, and we got 10 live viewers right now. We're into the double digits. So if you've decided this is how you want to spend your Wednesday night, because there are no NHL late games, you made the right choice. This is a good little hockey match right here. Riddell and Morozov go back to the box. And like I said, we'll have 20 seconds to go here at the 5-on-3. Butters has decided to go with Moran back on the point with Anderson. Nash, Laux, and Ohala. Ohala wins the draw back to Anderson. Anderson backhands it across the ice to Ohala. He brings it through the middle. Kind of gets a little bump there. Laux brings it in. Gets it back to Nash. He kicks it up to his stick from his skate. Nash picks it at the top of the circle. Anderson with the blast. That was a good shot and a good save. Oh, look out behind you, Andy. There you go. There's a good little play. Back to 5-on-4. The Rustlers are real active in this penalty kill here. Anderson gets another one. That's a great one. Bounces off the goaltender's chest. Laux had it, but just couldn't quite get that shot off as the defenseman picked him. Laux picks up a loose puck and fires it just wide. Nash holds it on the half boards. Over to Anderson. The Rustlers, that's just out. That's a good call. The Rustlers just missed that one, and they may have had themselves a little breakaway. That was a slow cross ice backhanded pass to a defenseman. Didn't quite work out the way they wanted there. And then by the time Anderson kind of reset his feet, the puck had come over the blue line, and then he pushed it back in. And I think it's all good. It's good all around. 21 seconds left in the penalty here, as Weston pulls it into the corner, and Geddes goes in to make sure he feels like he's got some help. Shaw back at the point. He's going to get that puck back to Weston. Weston's got it, gets it to Shaw. Shaw with the one-timer deflected by McGarriger. Geddes bangs away at it. McGarriger bangs away at it, but the Rustlers are able to poke it out, and that's the end of the penalty. McGarriger's got it, he kicks it out in front. The Rustlers goal, he tries to pick it up. Shaw jumps in, he flips and turns, gets one on the net. Plenty of pushing and shoving in front of the net. That was a good job there. McGarriger worked away at it. Geddes working away at it. Shaw saw an opportunity, came down in front of the net. He was working away at it, had a nice little spin around and got one on the net. And Paul put his hand on it, and we'll have a face-off here in the offensive zone. Players a little confused as they move the face-off to the other side. Puck's down, McGarriger wins it back. Anderson pokes it in behind the net. It sits back there. McGarriger lifts his stick, brings it around. He tried to tuck it. Weston pushed it in front, but it trickled off his stick. The Rustlers bring it out. Anderson has a swipe at it. He missed on it. That was offside. No harm, no foul there, though. The Rustlers played pitch and catch in behind their own net. Foulis can't get it. Comes out beside. Now bounces off the far boards and is picked up by the Rustlers, who dump it up the center, and Moran's standing there waiting for it. Moran turns around, he comes out of the zone, dodges a check, pushes it past, folds to Alonso. Alonso goes the little how's she going on the D-man. He takes a bump in behind the net, couldn't get a shot off there, just had his stick lifted at the last second. Trying to chase Moran down, sticks flying all over the place down there in the far corner, and Kujala grabs it and dumps it into the corner. He'll go for a change as all the Rustlers change, and Anderson comes out, chips it up to, he chipped that one up to Moran. Moran saw him coming, and he had his stick up high, cross-checked his opponent right in the mouth. Somehow the referee has decided both men were at fault there, and Mr. St. Peter will make his third trip to the box. That's an interesting call there. I'm not sure the Rustlers player did really much of anything except get his teeth washed with George's stick. He has a good right to be frustrated, I believe. And the Rustlers bench wants to get some sort of explanation on what's going on here, because okay, so we just got the call in front of us. It's going to be head contact, 4-minute penalty on Moran. The T-Birds are going to have to put another guy in the box because he called St. Peter for a charge at the same time. So those first 2 minutes of each penalty will cancel themselves out. We'll play 5-on-4 hockey with the T-Birds shorthanded for the next 2 minutes. This one here is going to be brought to you by our newest sponsor, Nash Chiropractic. This will be the Nash Chiropractic penalty kill. The folks down at Nick's Auto have yet to pay their bill for the mentions they got in the last one. So we're gonna swap it over to Nash Chiropractic penalty kill. And this thing here hopefully creates some business for Mr. Nash. Draw one by McGarriger. Yamamoto backhands it up, and then McGarriger picks it up and fires it down the ice. That was a good little play there. McGarrigle is playing very well tonight. He's won a bunch of draws and the feet are really moving. You must like these midweek games. Rustlers sauce one out. They pick it up. Alonso comes across the ice, bumps his man. Yamamoto had it but couldn't get the puck out of the zone. Nyman passes it across. That one's off and deflected off the glass. All the T-Birds point as it went off the netting in behind the net, and that was missed by the officiating crew. Warren steps in front of that one there. Gets caught on the wrong side though. Manages to push his guy off. Goes back to work in front of the net. Yamamoto to the side. He's got the active stick. Warren has it. It bounces over his stick right when he was about to shoot it. That's unlucky right there, folks. Puck in behind the net. Warren gives chase. Puck back out in front. McGarrigle down low as the Rustlers set up again. Hyman takes that shot, and that's fearlessly blocked by Alonso. That took a little bit of courage there because that thing was about belly button high when it come off the stick. Now Alonso picks one off in the middle of the ice and just chips it down as both T-Birds come off. Laux and Ohala go out. Schlusner, Warren stays on the far side there as the Rustlers bring it in across the blue line. Rustlers down into the corner. Warren pokes it loose from his man. Now he lifts the stick of the Rustler player, but it's out to Stevenson. Stevenson flops one in there. Blaha's down and out of the net, but he recovers quickly as the Rustlers bring it back all the way around. Rustlers hold it up top, watched by Ohala. They were content to let them have that shot. That one deflected wide, didn't make its way to Blaha, and Stevenson holds it at the top of the point. He looks for his man down low there on the half boards. T-Birds say, try it if you want to. Schlusner can't believe that guy just grabbed his stick, and now the penalty's over. Geddes comes flying in from the penalty box. And the Rustlers are playing with 7 men at the moment. That's one more than regulation, 6. So off we go. Now, the Rustlers are going to get too many men on the ice. Nobody arguing this one too much. I think every T-Bird in the place noticed because Schlusner turned around to talk to the referee. Puck was flying around and the Rustlers were still moving the puck on the power play like nothing was the problem. It did look a little bit too easy there, maybe for a couple of seconds while they had 6 guys out there. So Shabbat will serve the penalty for the Rustlers. He'll sit in there 2 minutes or less as we go to the Serve Pro Tacoma power play. Face off down low in the far end. Well, the referee needs just a little bit more time here to kind of half sort this out. He's told the linesman to hold that puck. Just while he checks in on the penalty bench here. Okay, Ohala's going to go back out with Laux and Nash. We got Schlusner and Anderson. Anderson's got that thing, that one-timer dialed in tonight. That's a good choice up there on top. And get that puck across to him, get some traffic in front of the net. Ohala loses the draw, but picked up by the T-Birds, and Schlusner controls it at the blue line. Schlusner gets it over to Ohala, off the skate, up to the stick. He looks up into the middle. Schlusner fakes that shot. Ohala fired one. The goalie had no idea it was coming, and it just whistled about 6 inches wide. Laux shields that puck down in the corner and gets it up to Anderson, over to Schlusner. Schlusner wants it. Oh, and that was a good idea there. Nash had the opportunity to tip down in the backside, but I think he maybe wants to go at that with 2 hands instead of 1. He went at it with 1, and it flipped up and over the glass, and there'll be a face-off. The face-off's going to come outside because that puck went right off of Nash, and then just about hit the designated driver's sign above the net. So same crew out there. Minute 31 to go on the power play. Draw quickly won by Ohala and couldn't be controlled by Schlusner as he rushes back to pick that one up. Gets it around to Anderson to try to slow this Rustler forecheck down. Nash has it. He sneaks around, step-you-tot. Gets it over to Anderson. Anderson has a look. He gets it back to Nash. Oh, that goes between Nash's feet and outside. Schlusner's got it. He tries to get it over to Nash. Morozov has a stick in the way. Anderson gets it back, and out comes Schlusner, slow and kind of methodical here. T-Birds need to speed this up. They're not matching the speed of the Rustlers here or the intensity of their penalty kill. Ohala gets it back to Nash. Nash has it. He has a look. Fires that one in, hits a stick and bounces over top of the net. Rustlers pick it up. Quick, strong, high wrist shot. The Rustlers, every time they get it, they try to go. They go with the with that horizontal dump in well over the D-man, so nobody's stepping in front of theirs. Anderson picks one up at the blue line. He leaks into the middle. Deeks his man. Nobody follows him. He gets it down low. McGarriger couldn't lift that puck up, and out come the Rustlers. Now it's 2-on-3. Laux, great job from behind there with the back pressure. Lifted his stick, threw him off his game, and here comes McGarriger. Laux is going to go to the bench. Schleusner bumps around out there. He's looking for that puck. Out comes Geddes. There we go. Schleusner's got it. He fires it in, but it hits the body in front and goes to the sideboards. McGarriger makes a quick little move, but he fires it across the blue line and gives it up. Here comes Duff. Duff couldn't quite catch up to that one at the end of a long shift, and he goes straight to the bench after that one. Duff read that play real well. Just couldn't quite come up with the puck. Here comes the Rustlers out of the corner. Quick shot. Blaha picks that one off the shoulder, bounces out, and he gloves it. All the penalties are over as Moran comes back onto the ice. 12:51 to play in the second period. Shots a little bit more lopsided now in favor of the T-Birds. 22-8. I think that was a shot there. It should be 22-9. Rustlers control the draw. Olsen dumps it in. These Rustlers are strong on their sticks. A lot of sticks getting lifted. Shaw goes up, glass, and out. Something his dad would be proud of, but it hit a stanchion and went right in front of the net. Moran twists it around. He brings it back the other way. Shaw has a look. He goes up top. Little bouncer. Well, could have got lucky there, but Alonso's right there. He's got Moran with him. Moran across, wide open net, and he missed the net. He missed the wide open net from a pass across from Alonso. That was a super play there all around. Nash played the little chili pepper up to him, and then Alonso got it across, but was not quite to be. Alonso picks it up. It's a little 2-on-1 here. Alonso fires one at the net and it hits a goalie in the leg and bounces in behind the net. Moran picks his pocket and fires that wrister. Goes off his shoulder. Goalie didn't know where it was. Back to Yamamoto, who fires it in back behind the net. Here comes Childers. Childers twists around back there, takes a cross check. Takes a second cross check. He's held up, but he's kicks it out to try. He's trying to kick it out to Alonso. He does. Now it's back to Yamamoto, who does a little wrister into the net, hit a leg, and went to the corner. Puck's fired out to center. Yamamoto bounces that one off his foot, but recovers nicely. Here comes Moran through the middle. He backs one off, takes a bump. Here's Laux has got it over to Childers. That was a nice little pass across. Childers had to hold it just that extra half a second, and that net closed right up. Goaltender for Ridge Meadows, Paul, playing very well. He's saved 23 out of 25 so far and has been by far the busier goaltender. Valhalla steps into the circle. Well, problem here with the bench, the referee coming over to talk to the Ridge Meadows bench, a little bit unclear as to what that was about. We're all set to go again here. Warm and Schleusner on the point. O'Halla wins it back. Warm snaps one in. It bounces off of O'Halla. The goalie puts his hand on top of it. O'Halla gave him a poke, but there was nothing there to be had. Forwards doing a good job of holding those, holding their opposing wingers and D-man up so they can get that shot off from the point. Warm steps up on that one. It's 2-on-2 going the other way. Schleusner back a little bit too far there. Should have probably had that puck coming across. Looked a little faster than it was coming out of the zone, I believe. There's one, it goes around. The D-man falls down. Laux has got it, comes in off the right side. That one goes off the far pad. And Nash had his stick lifted just at the last second. That was a nice little play, and I know Butters was working on that at practice this week, going that far pad and in. That was a good heads-up play by Trevor Laux. And Nash went in there just a little bit stronger on that stick, and he gets a bang one into the wide open net. Away we go again here. McGarriger pokes it ahead, goes right on the goalie, is steered over to the keg sign on the far boards. Geddes works like his magic over there. Schleusner's got it. He gives the twisted wrister in. And McGarriger is horse-collared on his way into the net. Weston takes exception to that, goes after his man. But the referee not really interested in handing out a penalty for any of that funny business. Generally clean game here. There hasn't been a whole lot of hijinks going on. Puck bounces around in the wrestler's zone, goes in behind the net by Stevenson. Weston missed him, but coming in behind the net, and Stevenson pulls it out across the blue line. It hits Weston in the leg, and Geddes in the leg, and then bounces back. Weston flips it high into the air, over to Brasky. Brasky pushes it up to Schleusner. And Schleusner got it to Geddes, but it got chipped away from him. Now it's poked out by Weston, and pushed back, and here comes the attack dog Geddes. We'll have a look at his man as the T-Birds change forwards. Alonso and Moran go out there. Now with Geddes, Warm and Schleusner on the back end. Alonso picks it up. He's going to dump that thing right back in. Everybody kind of going the wrong way. Gets Geddes off though, and Childers is there. Paul chips one right up the middle off that big old goal stick. Draws quite an awe from the crowd there. Warm brings it in the side. He makes a move. He gets it down low, in behind the net, and goes hunting after that puck. He wants a piece of that thing. He lifts his stick from behind. He's got a bit of jump there, which is good. Now Schleusner's got it. Warm taps his stick for it, but he didn't get that. Now you got a wrestler in behind, so the wrestlers can't bring it in. They'll do a full line change. All 5 guys head to the bench, and out come the T-Birds. Bounces off Alonso's stick. He gets it back to Moran. Moran makes a move, and it leaks in front. They got 3. Moran didn't quite know what he wanted to do there. Too many guys all in the same hula hoop. Childers will take it over. He eludes a bump, and Moran turns around, looks up, looks at the point, gets it to Warm. Warm slides one in there. Alonso contained at the side of the net, couldn't quite get in front of the net for that shot from the point. There's one there, goes across. Warm tried to step up and knock that one down and kind of got a guy in behind him, but again, the wrestlers are tired. So they make a couple of changes. Out comes Nash, out comes Laux. They have a pound at it, and Schleusner puts it right back up. Laux, like he's playing center field, grabs that puck, gives it a couple of moves and goes around. He's lucky there he didn't get a call for closing his hand on the puck. Ohala puts it back in the corner. Laux takes a little hit from behind. He comes out no worse for wear. Shaw had stepped up, but the puck didn't get out to him, and out comes Chabot on Anderson. Chabot fires one. He's got a good wrister. He had a goal earlier on. Oh boy, that's popped right out front, but the Rustler player couldn't get good wood on that one. He had a step into it blaster there. That should have been a prime scoring chance. Laux has it again. He tries to dump it in, but it's blocked at the line. And here come the Rustlers again. Shaw's got it. He rips it around the boards to Nash. Nash waiting there. Up to Ohala. Through center ice. He's going to have to go 1-on-3. He tries to split the defense and is bumped, then jumped over. And out come the Rustlers. The rest of the T-Birds were on a line change, so Ohala was all on his own in there. Now the Rustlers grab it. A whack by Ohala back in his own zone, and everybody's standing straight up right now. A lot of tired boys out here. That's a blocked shot by Anderson. That one didn't feel too good as he checks all of his body parts there to see if they're still attached. Shaw works away in the corner, heckling the puck carrier. Puck carrier drops it back in behind the net. They try to chip it out, goes right back, and they'll try it one more time. Shaw's there. He keeps him to the outside. All 5 T-Birds in a looks like a 2-3. Ohala had that one go off his leg as he tried to block that centering pass. Stepnut puts it back in the corner, and everybody battles away again. In comes Morozov for the Rustlers. He digs it out, tries to get it back to Nyman. Nyman pushes it in, and then Ohala finally says, I'm getting her out of here. He flips it out. It goes right through Coach Jim Klink's hand, and then right through Mike Butter's hand. Neither one of them known for any sort of outfield ability, catching ability. I'm sure they have other great qualities, but that puck eluded both those gentlemen. Bailey Bradford works the door tonight. He had a solid outing against the, win against Chilliwack over the weekend. Giving the T-Birds that 10-game unbeaten streak. Yamamoto puts it in behind the net to Warm. Warm looks for somebody. He gets it up to Alonso, chips it past the D-man. McGarriger's out of a cannon. He gets it across, goes far leg, and that time Childers was right there to be Johnny on the spot, but the goaltender made a really good stop with his leg and then quickly put his glove on top of it for the whistle. Boys are really giving that thing the go on the outside pad and to get that rushing winger. McGarriger moving his feet very well. Yamamoto's got this one at the point. Alonso picks that up. Yamamoto looks around over to Warm. Warm's gonna try to slide it across. Maybe not the best idea there, as there was nobody at home. They bring it in. St. Peter tries to go through, but Warm, that didn't work. Then St. Peter shoots one wide. Alonso bumps his guy. McGarriger flips that puck high up and in behind the penalty bench. We'll have a stoppage of play as the timekeeper exits the box, picks up the puck. Magic. Now he doesn't really know that there's no more pucks over there. He's got the cold puck, so the linesman comes in and says, hey, give me the hottest puck you got, because I'm sure that thing will bounce like nobody's business. Always a good level of awareness here by these gents. All right, let's see if he can put a flat puck down with a nice hot one. Oh, nope, he hit a two-hopper there. All right, around the boards it goes. Childers tries to fork at that. St. Peter gives him a cross check, forks him, punches him in the back, and the puck goes down into the zone. Now Childers has his stick slashed away. It goes flying up. There's a block in front by Warm. He took that one right off the chest. Here comes the goalie out. He pokes it across the blue line. Paul brought it back in. That is not offside right there. That is not offside. Olsen brought that in. They're calling it offside. Don't get me wrong. They brought the puck back in there, though. All for naught is Kahala brings it in against Yamamoto. He ties him up, grabs his arm. Little twisted up there. He holds him, gives him a rub. Now Warm bangs away at it. He takes a bump, kicks it, tries to kick it loose. It kicks around and goes in behind the net. Plenty of time for Childers to pick it up. He makes a pass up the middle and gets hammered. He gathers himself up. Alonso gets it back to Yamamoto. Yamamoto up to Alonso. Goes off the referee and Alonso bumped him. Yamamoto tries it again. Fires one as hard as he can at Alonso's feet and possession goes the other way. Alonso up to Childers. Childers leaves it there for Ohala. Ohala, makes a little move. Gets it caught up in between his feet and can't do a thing with it. Schlusner grabs it. He drops a lazy one just over the blue line. All the changes are done now. We got Nash with Ohala and Laux out there. Anderson fires that one off the Progressive Waste Solutions ad in behind the net. And Schlusner picks it up, controls that. He's got Nash here. Nash is going. He's got both feet moving now. Makes a move on him. He gets held. Nash flips one up, tries to get it over, but Paul was up to the task. Another good save there. I think Nash was held. But you got to fight your way through that. Laux picks it up. Nice patience there to hold that puck. Lets his check go right beside him. He brings it into the offensive zone. He battles his way there. Legs bent. Great athletic position. Trevor looks around. He's trying to figure out if someone's going to give him a hand. He's 1-on-3 there. And up it goes off the netting again, which is missed. Anderson fires one in. Goes off the netting again. Not called. I'm not sure. Maybe the netting's in play up here. Shouldn't be. And then the Rustlers come across the ice. They pull it in behind the net, get it out to the point. Rustlers work that puck. Ohala gets a slight pick there and can't stay with his man. Now it's down in the corner. Referee in the way again. Anticipation not always the best there. Laux looks exhausted. He's bent over his stick. He just wants to get off right now. Schlusner gives it to him. Fire that thing down, son. There you go. Trevor gains the red line and he's going to go off. That's a strong shift after that big battle in the corner. Out comes Geddes, Weston, and McGarriger. Yamamoto's out there with Shaw. On the back end, Shaw lines up his guy, but he saw it just at the end. Stevenson saw that one coming. Yamamoto flips it up high over the glass. We'll have a face-off inside the T-Bird zone. 2 minutes, 21 seconds to go here in the second period. Shots 31-9 for the T-Birds. Both good scoring chances on both sides, but that is an enormous bulging shot differential. 31-9 with 2:15 to go. Here comes Weston hunting this puck down. He's in there with McGarriger. He flips it over Stevenson. Comes back around, gets it out to Yamamoto. Yamamoto has a rip. That takes 2 bounces and gets deflected by McGarriger in front. He fell going into the corner. He gets right back up, makes a nice little move there. Goes backhand. Shaw comes in from the point. That hit a foot and just went wide. Very good there. Yamamoto kept it in with his hand, took a bump, but couldn't get the puck deep. Shaw looks for a man. He gets it over to Yamamoto. Yamamoto tries to go up the boards, and it's picked off by the Rustlers. Shaw comes and helps him out. It's poked away from Shaw. Now Shaw tries to go between his legs, pokes his man, and Finney Weston to the rescue. Shaw grabs it and finally just chips that thing out. Brazic grabs it. He takes a weak shot on Vlaha. It's steered into the corner. He tries to bump Shaw on the way by. No part of that as Brazic backhands that one out in front of the net. Shaw bumps Brazic. Puck goes back to Moran. Moran stops on a dime, cuts out. Oh, he got lucky there. That puck just jumped over the stick as Weston goes in 1-on-2. Childers jumps on for Geddes. And now Weston goes back up the boards. He takes a bump, goes down. Schleusner's there over to Warham. Warham lugs it up. He's going to get it in and take a bump. Puck goes in behind the net, and in goes Moran after that puck. He tries to kick it out of there. Childers picks it up. He makes a quick move in the corner. He has a look, twists, looks around. He's got the D-man open. One too many stick handles there, and he gets barked at by Coach Butters. Puck off of Vlaha. Schleusner can't control it, has his stick lifted. There's a quick wrister. Warham picks it up behind the net. He's going to look for a man. Warham fires it off of Nyman at the point. Nyman can't believe that's not icing. It hit his leg. It's a bit of a difficult call, I guess, for Nyman. Oh, and Lauk sneaks up behind the D-man and almost peeled that puck off of him. Nyman's waiting there. Nash chips it out. Moran's got it. He turns, takes a hit from Olsen. Olsen grabs it. He flips it in, and that's the end of the second period. We're gonna go to a Zamboni break here, as the T-Birds are gonna have a chance to go to the room, get a little hydrated, and come back out strong. They have looked better as this game has gone along. A little flat-footed in the beginning. At one point, the shots were 6-0 for the Ridge Meadows Rustlers, but now T-Birds ahead on shots, 33-11. We're going to be off here for a Zamboni show for the next about 13 minutes. 11 viewers. Okay, I gotta get a drink of water, boss. That is fast and furious. commentary today. Shelley Warham wants to know if it's still 3-2. All right, here we go. Another 20 minutes of heart-pounding T-bird action. Warren picks it up, lugs it off the backhand, bounces it up to Laux, who quickly fires it in, and Ohala gives chase. Ohala's got it, back to Nash, over to Warren. Warren tried to snap that one, and it went off a toe, then it went off a Trevor, and out it goes. Even strength here as Rustlers poke it in. Warren pokes it behind the net to Ohala. Ohala battles away in the corner. Comes up to Laux, who takes a bump but protects that puck. Goes off of Schleusner. Schleusner, not quite sure what he had in mind for that puck. Oh boy, both defensemen running away from the puck there. And Coach Klink doesn't need to be told twice. Might be time to switch those lads up. Out comes new forwards as well. Geddes with Yamamoto and Weston. McGarriger bends in. He wins that one over to Geddes. Geddes bumps his guy to no avail. Oh, the Rustler guy had the puck but lost a stick. Stevenson pushes it away from Weston. And there's McGarriger again. He chips it up. The Rustlers bounce one across the blue line. Shaw picks it up and he pushes that one in. Graham's got that puck. He goes, fires one rink wide to no one in particular. Then he doesn't change. Brasky might have to have a chat with his coach when he gets back to the bench. I'm not quite sure what that thing was. Little bouncing puck here. May have heated that one up in between. There's a quick shot on Vlaha. He gloves it down. Calms the whole thing down. I think they may have heated up that puck in between periods. Gets bouncing all over the place. Linesman's got it now. Klink's gonna try his luck again here with Schleusner and Anderson. Different pairing out there one more time. Schleusner rips it around the boards. Alonso's standing there waiting for it. He gets it up to George and just misses his stick. Could have been icing, but it's waved off. George picks it up again. He gets it to Alonso, and Alonso just missed it. That was a couple of beauty passes between those two boys, except each one of them maybe 6 inches too long. Good clean breakout there. That's the design breakout that Butters likes to use. Rims it around the boards. Alonso waiting there for it. He made a really good play up to Moran. All right, Moran leans back in. We'll give this thing a go again. Here comes the Schleus. He fires it around. There's Alonso waiting, but it goes over his stick. Folds gives chase back into the Rustler zone. He fires it around, and it bounces on him too. Schleusner picks it up off the boards, chips it down to Alonso. Alonso thinks that Schleusner's going to stay there, but he doesn't. And that goes right to the Rustlers. They flop one high and wide of the net. Schleusner behind the net on the backhand. Anderson gets bumped. Here comes Moran. He fires it out just hard enough that even when it hit a stick, it still gets out. Schleusner dumps it in behind the net. No T-birds there, and here comes Laux, Nash, and Ohala. Ohala gave him the one-legger. Couldn't quite pick up the puck. Schleusner grabs it, dumps it in behind the net. Anderson does the same thing, except it hits a leg. Nash has got that one. Ohala comes in behind him. Good defensive zone positioning there. Fires it off of Laux's stick. Not quite sure that should have been icing, but not much to argue there. Yeah, I thought that I heard it hit a stick, but there's a lot of things banging around in here today. All right, off we go back into our own zone here to the right of goaltender Andy Vlaha. Linesman resets the guys on the far boards. Warren picks that puck up, gets it up the boards. Nash, he missed that, but Ohala was right there. Now Nash has got it. He grabs it. Oh, and Laux goes offside. Just as one stick handle too many there. Nash had that thing, held on to it at the blue line, and then I think just got thrown a little bit off balance, throwing that whole thing out of whack, and it's an offside against the T-Birds. Ohala looks around. Shaw and Warren on the back end. Rustlers come out with the puck, chip it up. Shaw chips that puck right back off of Mayer, and Mayer gives chase with Laux firmly in his sights. Laux battles away and steals the puck. Here's Nash with a quick backhand off the leg and back into the corner. Nash works back down in the corner. Laux waits for it. He gives the reverse hit. Now the Rustlers try to bring it out, but Ohala grabs it. It's steered to the corner and up and over by goaltender Paul. And the T-Birds will change all 5 guys as we're off to a little bit of a choppier start here in the third period. 16:33 to go, 3-2 for the Rustlers. They hopped out to a quick 2-0 lead, then led 3-1. There's a shot off the shoulder by Geddes. Now it's pushed out to the blue line, and the Rustlers come across center. Anderson puts the little hip into his man. That stops the puck for the time being, and Anderson gets it behind the net. He reverses it, but no T-Birds there, right to the Rustlers. They spin around there. Yamamoto pokes at the puck. Now McGarriger pokes at his man. Finney comes in. He forks his guy. That's a tough little save there on a flipper from the point. Weston chips it around. There's the puck. He grabs it with his hand. Weston's got 2. Weston and Geddes. Weston shoots off the goaltender. Then that bounces around. The goalie couldn't quite grab it, and it comes out to center. Anderson flips that one up in the air. Childers comes out of the bench for Geddes. Yamamoto's got it. He steps in front of that pass. The door was open, and the Rustlers are going to get called once again with that puck. That puck bounced around the Rustlers' open bench door, and the Rustlers are going to be called here for too many men. The linesman made the call, and now he's having a chat with the referee. I'm not sure the referee's buying his story here that there were too many men. The coaches have arms stretched out and can't quite understand it either. There's a lot of guys right in that area, right by the bench at the same time. The discussion continues on. Nobody quite sure what's going to happen next here. The T-Birds look to be sending out their power number 1. Well, they're sending out their power play unit. I don't know that there's a number 1 or a number 2, but they're sending out their power play unit. The referee is not signaling a penalty and gives no explanation other than shaking his head and saying no. Coach Butter's not confused, but probably looking for more of an explanation than a head nod. Puck's down, Nash picks it up. He gets it across to the other side. Kujala steps in front of that one, and now Olsen fires it up to Shabbat. Shabbat tries to go around Schleusner. Couldn't do it. Here goes Nash. Nash up the right-hand side. He's got a haul of busting to the net. Can't get the puck through that between the stick and the body. Laux has it, but has his stick lifted. That was a real good defensive play by the Rustlers forward there. Really nice job to lift Laux's stick and continue working. That's Kujala on their team. Puck comes up to Schleusner. He tries to go across to Warham, but Warham had already backed up since they're breaking out 2-on-0. Quick snapper over top of the net, goes all the way around and comes back to Folds. Folds punches it off the Remax sign, and Schleusner backhands it over to Warham. Warham's got it, bounces on him, then it hits the referee. Now Warham's got to go back to work, but Geddes is there to pick it up. Geddes comes across the blue line, punches it into the far corner and goes after it. He takes a bump and he gets kind of cut off from the puck. Folds has it and he puts it up there. There's going to be a T-Bird penalty here. I'm not quite sure for what. Geddes is going to take a penalty here for a cross check. He'll make way to the box, and we're going to have a Nash chiropractic penalty kill. Say, folks, T-Bird fans, right on Highway 99, Nash Chiropractic. If you got something that's bent, stretched, broken, or otherwise not working the way it should, call Matt and he'll see what he can do for you. And the T-Birds are on the Nash Chiropractic penalty kill. Moran won the draw, and then he chopped it out after it bounced off of a leg or two. Up to Duff. Duff tries to control it, and he circles back in his own zone. Hall is on him, and he pokes it away from not one, but two guys. Now Hall in behind the net. He tries to lift the stick, but whiffs. He'll come back, and the T-Birds will settle into their formation. Duff has it. Shaw flips that one up. I get those two guys mixed up. For some reason, the linesman's 15 feet inside the blue line. His job is to watch the blue line, not to be 15 feet inside of it. All right. Nyman, he picks the puck up. He fires it around in behind the net where it's held by Kujala. Yamamoto jumps on top of him before he can get control of it. Moran taps the stick, looking for that one. Comes across, one-timer, off of Shaw's stick and up and over the net. 1 minute, 7 seconds left in the Nash Chiropractic penalty kill. All the T-Birds change, all the Rustlers change. We got a full set of anxious hockey players here in a one-goal hockey game. 3-2 Rustlers, 13:20 to go here in the third. Draws one by Laux, and he gets it back. That was Anderson, made a real nice play. Fired it off the D-man's leg, and then it leaked out over the blue line. But that was a good effort there. Laux won the draw, and Anderson popped it out. It comes back in. Nash plays around with it, and then gets it out over the blue line. He took a bump there, but he worked very well to get that puck and then corral it outside the zone. Nash isn't going to have anything of that play either. He pokes that puck away. Stevenson's got it on the point. He takes a limp wrister. There's Nash. He follows his man, gives him a bump over there, goes back up top. Anderson steps up on his guy. This could be problematic. There's too many T-Birds up too high right now. Warham stick checks his guy. There's a stop by Laux. He chops it out over the red line. That was a good little play there by Trevor. Then to get his stick in the right spot was even better. Anderson has it. He fires one right up the middle, hits the Rustlers defender. Warham pokes that centering attempt away. It's off up there. Kujala grabs it. He goes around Nash. Then he goes around Warham. Now he turns and spins. That goes off Laha's shoulder and up and over the glass. A lot of guys waving their sticks on this penalty kill. They won't have to worry about it now. The penalty kill's over. Too much stick waving out there right now. A lot of drive-bys. Warham and Nash head to the bench. Out comes Schleusner. Moran will take the draw. Shaw on the back end. Childers and Alonso up front. One by the Rustlers. That shot attempt there goes way wide. Shaw has it. He gets it caught up in his skates. He takes a stick in the ear hole. Puck goes out front. Schleusner overhandles it. Can't quite get that puck out. Now he blocks a shot. Olsen picks it up and he shoots another one right through traffic. Andy Blaha had to be sharp to block of that one. That was a real nice save on a innocent enough looking shot, but there was definitely some mustard on that bad boy. Schleusner has it. He fires it up. Just goes over Moran's stick and goes to the goaltender, Paul, who decides instead of pushing the puck along, he's going to hold it tight and let both teams change. Shots 35-18 for the T-Birds. 11:21 to go here in the third period. McGarriger, Geddes, and Weston out. McGarriger leans in, loses that draw, goes back into the corner and is flipped up high. Weston gives chase and he grabs a puck and pokes it away from the defender. There's Geddes in there attacking that puck. He battles away in there. Weston's on his knees and manages to knee it out to McGarriger, who kept the puck in, and Shaw helped keep that puck in as well, but the Rustlers grab it and dump it in the zone. Schleusner's got it. He has a look, gets it up to Weston. That's a tough puck to handle, bouncing around 4 inches off the ice. Puck squirts out into the middle. There's Mike Geddes, he's got it. He kind of jumps over top of that one. He battles it a bit, but comes back in the zone and picks it up. He takes a bump from behind, and that's going to draw a penalty. That is a rather tough call as Geddes turned at the last minute. I don't know how good of a call that one is. I would not want to be Morozov. That's going to be a tough. That's a tough penalty call, especially when Geddes was under full control. He spun around and then got hit from behind by Morozov. and drew the penalty. So 2 minutes there for, I think they called that one boarding. O'Hala steps out and he grabs it, ties up his man. Laux has it. Rustlers get control of it. Oh, Rustlers got control of it, but Warham stepped in front of that puck, fired it at the net, and one of the Rustlers deflected it on the way to the net. And Paul, like a brick wall, is back there, makes yet another save. O'Hala's in, he battles away, he picks it up, it hits the linesman in the feet, but O'Hala picks it up. Back to Warham, drags it into the middle, back over to O'Hala. Warham in the middle, he wrists one in. Not a lot of traffic in front of the net again. Rustlers poke that one through Nash's feet, and it's going to go the length of the ice here. Schlusner gives chase. Vlaha controls the puck. Warham pushes his man off. Schlusner gets it up the middle to Laux. Laux squeezes it through, goes between the feet. And just tried to go far post there, maybe just a little bit too much on that one. The Rustler player grabbed that one. Schlusner's got it at the top. He looks around, gets it back over to Laux. Schlusner's got it. Laux tries the one-timer. Swing and a miss there. Goes in the corner, and who's on top of that but O'Hala. Now Laux is going to have to hurry to get that puck before the Rustlers grab it. Schlusner can't block it at the line, and Warham goes back to pick it up. He picks up a step and gets the call from Butters on the bench to wheel. Puck slides off his stick, and McGarriger puts it in. Warham gives chase in behind the net. He picks it up on the sidewall, controls it back to Schlusner. Schlusner's got that one, gets it over to Warham. Back to Schlusner in the middle. Little flipper in. Again, no traffic in front of the net for the T-Birds. This is going to be a tough deal if they can't get a guy in front of the net. Weston grabs it. He goes backwards to forwards, looking a little Mitch Marner-like. Yeah, Weston back at the top. There's a quick shot by Schlusner. That was a good save by Paul. He kind of lost his angle there. He's still down on his knees waiting for something to happen. Weston works it in the corner. McGarriger pulls it out. Referee in the way again. McGarriger tried to spin it around, but he can't get a handle on it. Now he's got it. Gets chopped away from him, and out come the Rustlers. Penalty is over. Warham bumps his guy in the middle, but ends up on the ice for his effort. That one flipped up to Moran and just goes off of his stick. Waved off. No, this won't be icing. The Rustlers D-man whiffed on that pass, but his buddy was back there to pick it up. Duff waits. He chips it up to Kujala, and here comes Duff across the blue line. He barrels into the middle, and Moran comes back and picks up that puck that got him poked away. Up to Childers. Childers goes in 1-on-2. He's got Alonso. Can't get it over to Alonso, and he takes a huge hit. Childers takes a huge hit. That was shoulder to chin, folks. He got popped right back up. He didn't look the worse for wear. Now the puck goes back in, and out comes Alonso. Alonso steps by his man. 1-on-4 this time. Alonso holds it. He twists around. He takes a bump and then probably a knee in the thigh down there. But he's back up and chases it back down. Rustlers come out 3-on-2, but dump it in from outside the blue line on a 3-on-2. Hits Andy Vlaha just below his belt buckle, and he hangs on to it. As we start to get into nail-biting time here in a 3-2 hockey game. 7:24 to go, third period, here live from the Cam Neely Arena at Planet Ice in Maple Ridge, British Columbia. Puck chopped out by the T-Birds, picked up by the Rustlers. They hold it in behind their net. Laux has an eye on them. The Rustlers kind of spin around in a circle, reminiscent of the Ice Capades. And then they finally bring it out across. Laux steps back. Now they're going to twist it, and he dumps it right up the middle, right back to the T-Birds. Schlusner grabs it. He gets it to Shaw. Up to Nash. Nash gets everybody stopped at the blue line, and then it ends up going past O'Hala because he had to stop at the blue line waiting for that puck. Schlusner grabs it. He gets it. Bounces over Nash's stick. And T-Birds are offside. Now they're going to change all three forwards. Out comes Alonso and Moran. And Childers. Childers out there. He's fine after taking that big hit last shift. No problem at all. Shaw went for the big hit, but just missed him there. Schleusner gets it across to Childers, who missed that puck, and the Rustlers drag it right back in behind the net. Schleusner grabs it over to Childers. Childers looks for Moran. Moran goes, he's got Alonso right behind him. He pokes it up there, gets his hand wrapped around Stevenson so he can't get away. Stevenson grabs it and pushes it up the boards. Schleusner's waiting for it there. He throws one at the net, but it's high. Goes up top. Childers corrals it in the corner. Kicks it ahead and now loses the puck and gives it up. That goes up the boards and out come the Rustlers. Chabot puts it, rims it around. Goes out in front of the net. There's a soft little backhander there. Alonso backhands that one out to Riddell's got it. Now Alonso's got it. That's tipped in front by Alonso. Big save there by Vlaha. A couple of saves here in the third period, or the T-Birds would be more than a goal down. A couple of real good saves. Chabot's got this one. He twists around. He's looking for a man. Gets it into the corner. Bad angle shot by Olsen. Feet behind the goal line. Took a slapper. Vlaha had that one. Riddell holds it at the line. Goes backhands it off the board down to Olsen. Olsen tries to fire it in front. It bounces off a couple legs. Lands on Chabot's stick and then bounced wide. Puck goes all the way down the ice. That'll go for icing. And out come the T-Birds. Four minutes, 49 seconds to go. Yamamoto and Warham on the back end with McGarriger, who's been really good all night, along with Weston and Geddes. There's nobody out here working this trio of forwards right now. Something's going on with the referees asked the linesman to hold the puck. Now he's coming over to the T-Bird bench just to ask Coach Butters something. We're not quite sure. None of the players are there. McGarriger leans in, spins that stick, waiting for the linesman to bring the puck back out. Ridge Meadows has no idea what's going on either. Ridge Meadows drawing up a play on the board here. Linesman kicks both the centermen out, and in comes Weston, and it'll be Weston against Duff for this faceoff. Weston loses that one clean to Duff. St. Peter picks it up, but he can't get it past McGarriger, and out comes Weston. It's a little 2-on-2 here. Weston's got it. He toe drags the D-man. Can't get a shot off. Pulls it through. He takes a bump, and the T-Bird D-man was backing up, thinking that that puck would be given up, so he gave up the blue line pretty quick there. Duff has it. He gets it in behind the net. Back around. That one goes out to the point, but misses the net. That was no threat at all. It was going about 3 miles an hour into the corner. Warham grabs it, kicks it between his feet. Now he pushes it across to Yamamoto, up the boards to Weston. Weston can't get that puck out. Geddes waves at that puck, and then McGarriger can't get a handle on it, and it stays down low. The Rustlers are outworking the T-Birds here at the moment as they twist around and control the puck. Not a lot of activity on the T-Birds side as they're content to let the Rustlers pass it around on the outside, almost like it looks like a power play, playing a box and one almost here. That puck goes out in front. It's kicked around in there. Then Warham grabs it, pushes it up the boards. Then we got a shot. Weston makes a great save there. There's a broken stick in the middle of the ice. I'm not quite sure whose that is. One of the Rustlers player. Then the puck goes way up and over the boards. We'll have another offensive zone face-off with 3 minutes, 21 seconds to go here in the third period. T-Birds need a goal to tie this game up. The Rustlers didn't have a whole lot of luck in the tearing portion of the Pakaha Flight 1, going 0 for the tearing, but they've won 3 out of 4 games so far. So this is a team that's had a couple of additions, we've been told, and has been playing a lot better of late. Oh, and there's a whiff by the D-man, and Nash comes in all alone. Nash looks, he shoots, misses the net. That puck was bouncing when he got a hold of it. Schleusner gets it across to Anderson. He brings it up the right side. Anderson across bounces off O'Hala's stick and into the onto the side. Nash has his stick lifted, and out come the Rustlers. Morozov has it. He goes up against Schleusner, and that's clubbed by Andy Blaha. I think that might have bounced off of Schleusner's stick and up high in the air. That one might have gone over the net had it not been there. Nash had a wonderful opportunity after the D-man of the Rustlers whiffed on that puck that came back to him. Nash corralled the puck around the blue line of the other team, went to fire it, and must have just flipped over on him at the last second. Rustlers get that puck. Oh, and that is Luke Schleusner just saved a goal right there, folks. The puck leaked out. Wingers didn't pick up the wingers. Schleusner was left all alone with two guys. Stuck his stick out at the last second and deflected that puck high over the glass. Now Weston grabs that one off the draw. Olsen has it, and he wrists it in to the other end. Anderson gives chase on his man. They pump it up the boards. Alonso has it. That's an ill-timed pinch. But Alonso, it just went a little bit too far. They had a 2-on-1 there. That was an ill-timed pinch on their part. There's a backhanded flipper up the middle. Anderson's got this one. He'll pick it up. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. That'll bounce over his stick. Weston's got that one. We're going to go offside. Moran had it, but it just leaked over the blue line, and we couldn't hold on to it. 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Out comes Laux National Hollow with Warm and Schleusner. 2:10 to go. Face off right here at the offside dot on the far side. O'Hala picks it out. He wins the draw back, but it's intercepted by the Rustlers who dump the puck in deep. They're going to play back and let this thing come to them. Duff circles around, goes after him. O'Hala's got it, and that icing was waved off. Paul steps out of the net, except we got no T-Birds on that side of the rink. Puck goes up. Warm steps up and chips it up. Laux can't. Laux goes and gives chase. He tries to cut it off. That hit the referee right in the chest outside the blue line. Oh, and that's an unlucky bounce there. Hit a stanchion and bounced right out in the middle. Schleusner to Warm. Warm gets the puck in deep. Goes off the goaltender's stick, is steered to the side. Stevenson has that. Laux battles him on the side. Schleusner's got it over to Warm. Warm hides it. Wrister up high. That's gloved by Paul with 1 minute and 19 seconds to go. All right, Andy Vlaha now out of the net. It'll be 6-on-5 hockey. Laux, O'Hala, Nash and Moran up front. Schleusner and Warm on the back end. Draws one by Moran, over to Warm. Warm fires one, and again, nobody in front of the net. We got 4 forwards and nobody in front of the net. Puck went into the net. It was the goalie and Warm taking a shot. Without traffic in front, this goaltender is going to be tough to beat. He has been solid all night, made 36 saves against these T-Birds. In steps Moran again. That was a clean draw. Oh, and he wins it again clean. That was a beauty. Schleusner has it, and that one's deflected. That's a little bit better. All right, Nash gives chase for it. He pokes it and holds it in there. He fired that. It just went over Moran's stick. That was a good little play there, too. Here comes Moran. He corrals it in behind the net. Moran looks for somebody, gets it back to Warm. Nope, that's Schleusner. Schleusner puts it in there. We only got one guy on the puck. Schleusner over to Warm. Tries the one-timer. Just missed that one. Moran battles away. 2 T-Birds on the puck. Warm's got that. He keeps it in. Just keeps it in. But it slides out after he was held. Schleusner grabs it. Rustlers are going to get a penalty here. 24 seconds to go. That was definitely a hold on Warm at the blue line. That's how the puck leaked out. He grabbed them from behind. So the T-Birds are going to play 6-on-4 here for the last 23 seconds. Butters tries to get a clarification on that call. More of a wily move than anything else. He's trying to get his 6 guys even just 15-20 seconds more rest before this frenetic last 23 seconds happened. He gave them There's 3 minutes and 2 seconds showing on the board, 23 minutes and 2 seconds now showing on the time clock. It's almost like we've gone back in time, but I don't think we're going to be that fortunate here. Referee. Hey, Butts. All right, they got to fix the time clock here because they got 23 minutes up. It'll give the boys a chance to figure out what it is that they're doing. Not quite sure what the referee's instructions were. No one's going to know when the game's over at this rate. It's a pretty poor decision here. O'Holick grabs a draw, kicks it back. Warham has it jump to the side, and he can't pick that one up. Nash scoops it in. O'Holick grabs it. He tries to split the D. There's a shot down the ice. That's going to be okay. The Rustlers had the wide open net miss. It comes up to Moran with 4 seconds left. He has the puck poked away, and the T-Birds are going to go home. Just a little bit short. The Ridge Meadows fans stand up, applaud their team. That was a great effort by their team here as the players maul their goalie, Paul, who made 37 saves in the effort. Final shots on net, 40-23, Ridge Meadows. As the T-Birds come out on the ice, this is going to be a long ride home. Couple hours to go. Probably be home and in bed by midnight after this, and this one is going to sting at least for one day. As we got practice tomorrow, and we're right back at it Friday night. Probably just what the doctor ordered, as the T-Birds will come back north up to the University of British Columbia to play Vancouver that night. Players shake hands there, a little good amount of respect between those two teams in a hard-fought battle. Not a lot of dirty stuff going on, and just a tough start for the T-Birds. They were down 2 goals 3.5 minutes into the game,